Last time, Tom asked a very good question about parallel structures when using fanboys. Let's review his question again.
Ali, another thing I noticed in today's lesson is about parallel structures. It seems that when we use fanboys, it's important to make sure the structure before and after the fanboys word is parallel. By parallel, I mean, for example, if before the fanboys word I use a noun, then after it I should also use a noun. Or if before the fanboys word I have an adjective, then after it I should also have an adjective. How can I master parallel structures?
Before we start, if you haven't watched part 1 yet, I recommend you watch that first and then come back to this video. It will help you understand today's lesson better. Today, we're gonna answer Tom's question and see how parallel structure works with fanboys, step by step. Let's get started. And of course, Tom is here with us. Right, Tom?
Yes, Ali. I've been waiting to get my answer. I'm excited to learn how parallel structures work with fanboys.
Great. Let's dive in and make it super simple so everyone can understand and use it in their writing. Fanboys work best when the structures on both sides are parallel. It sounds smooth and correct. For example, she is smart and kind. Both sides are adjectives, so the sentence is balanced and correct. But if we say, she is smart and kindness, that's wrong because one side is an adjective and the other is a noun. Look at this example. I like reading and writing. Here, both words, reading and writing, are verbs in the ing form, also called gerunds. Because both sides are the same type, the sentence is parallel. It sounds smooth and correct. But now look at this. I like to read and writing. On one side, we have to read, which is an infinitive. On the other side, we have writing, which is a gerund. The forms are different, so the sentence is not parallel. It feels awkward and unbalanced. So remember, when you join ideas with fanboys, make sure both sides have the same grammatical form. Gerund with gerund, infinitive with infinitive. That's how you keep your writing parallel and clear for IELTS. Let's practice with a few more examples. Look at this sentence. The journalist is a success and well-liked.
Yes, I think I see a problem. A success is a noun, but well-liked is an adjective. So the sentence is not parallel.
Excellent, Tom. That's exactly right. We cannot connect a noun to an adjective with a fanboy's word. They must be the same type.
So the correct version could be, the journalist is successful and well-liked. Now both are adjectives.
Perfect corrections, Tom. That's the idea. Make sure both sides of the fanboy's word match in structure. Now let's check another example. Sarah told her children that they should stay in the house and not to open the door. What do you think? Do you see any problem?
Honestly, Ali, I don't see any mistake in this one.
That's what many students think, but it's actually wrong. Let's break it into two sentences. First, Sarah told her children that they should stay in the house. Second, Sarah told her children that they should not open the door. Do you see now? After should, we always use the base form of the verb, but not to plus verb.
Ah, now I see. Both verbs after should must be in the base form. I mean the verb stay and the verb open. So we shouldn't say to open. That's wrong.
Exactly. Great job.
Ali, I have a question. Can all the fanboys words connect both single words and complete sentences?
That's a smart question, Tom. The answer is no. Only 3 fanboys words can connect only 2 independent sentences.
Really? Which ones?
They are for, nor, and so. These 3 are special. They don't connect single words or short phrases. Only 2 complete sentences.
Can you give me some examples?
Of course. Look at this. I stayed home, for it was raining. Here, I stayed home is one complete sentence, and it was raining is another. The fanboys word for connects them and gives the reason. Now another one. He doesn't like tea, nor does he like coffee. Both parts are complete sentences, and nor adds the second negative sentence. And one more example. She was late, so she missed the train. Again, both sides are complete sentences, and so shows the result.
I see. The fanboys, for, nor, and so, are only for independent sentences.
Exactly. But the other fanboys, and, but, or, yet, can do both. They can connect single words, like apples and oranges, or 2 full sentences, like he was tired, but he finished his work.
That clears it up, Ali. Thank you.
Great! Tom, now I want you to correct some sentences. Each of them has a problem with parallel structure. After you correct them, please explain what makes the structure unbalanced. Ready?
Sure, let's try.
This is the first sentence. While Tom is trying to find the mistakes and fix the sentences, you can try it yourself too. Pause the video, take a paper and pencil, and try to write the correct sentences on your paper. Or you can write your corrected versions in the comments, and I'll check them later.
Ali, the problem here is that going is a gerund verb, but to play is an infinitive. They don't match. To fix it, we can say, in the summer, we like going to the beach and playing tennis. Now both are gerunds.
Excellent. That's parallel. Next sentence.
Here the word kind is an adjective, but the phrase always helps is a verb phrase. That's not parallel. A better version is, my best friend is kind and helpful. Now both are adjectives.
Very good. Next.
Same issue as number 1. Walking is a gerund verb, but to swim is an infinitive. To fix it, Walking and swimming are both good forms of exercise.
Nice work. Next.
Here, had gotten married is past perfect, but went is simple past. That breaks parallel structure. The correct version is, they had gotten married and had gone on their honeymoon before I even heard about their wedding.
Very good, Tom. Both verbs are now in the past perfect. But let me add something. In English, when two verbs are connected by fanboys, we don't usually need to repeat the auxiliary verb after the fanboys. It's enough to say, they had gotten married and gone on their honeymoon. We don't need to say, they had gotten married and had gone on their honeymoon. Now, let's move on to the next one.
This one is tricky. Simple is an adjective, but a great way to spend a few hours is a noun phrase. To make it parallel, we can say, the game is simple yet enjoyable. Now both are adjectives. Or, instead of changing the whole phrase after yet, we could put a comma before yet and add a subject and a verb after it. The game is simple, yet it is a great way to spend a few hours. That separates the two ideas clearly.
Exactly, Tom. That's the key. When yet connects two independent clauses, we treat each part as a full sentence, and we put a comma before yet. This makes the sentence clear and correct. Next.
Here, a haircut is a noun, but to get some new clothes is an infinitive phrase. They don't match. The corrected version could be, you need a haircut and some new clothes before you go for the interview. Now both are nouns.
Correct. That's a clean fix. Next.
This one mixes an adjective phrase, who is patient, with a whole clause, when you ask a question, always explain clearly. To make it parallel, we can say, a good teacher is someone who is patient and who always explains clearly when you ask a question. Now both parts begin with who.
Perfect correction. That's exactly how to balance the structure. By checking each side of the fanboy's word or the connector, you make sure the structures match. That's the key to writing sentences that are clear, correct, and academic for IELTS. And for you watching this video, how many of your answers were correct and how many mistakes did you have? If you made any mistakes, don't worry. We will continue practicing with more exercises in this video. Tom, let's do more exercises to master fanboys.
Great! I'm ready.
Remember, the key is to make sure the words or phrases after the connector match the structure before it. I'm gonna share some sentences with you, and you should complete the sentences with your own words. You will have 30 seconds for each sentence. Here you are. This is the first sentence. Most people want to find a job that is well paying, and you can try as well. Pause the video, complete the sentences on your own, and post them in the comments to see which sentence gets the most likes.
Since well-paying is an adjective phrase, we need another adjective phrase. I would say, most people want to find a job that is well-paying and secure.
Perfect. Next.
Traveling is a gerund, so we need another gerund. I'd say, traveling to a foreign country and learning about the culture can be a wonderful experience.
Excellent. Next.
Practice speaking is a verb phrase. We need another verb phrase. I would say, to learn a foreign language, you must practice speaking it and listening to it.
Great job. Next.
We need a phrase parallel to with a relative. So, the old man wanted to move into a new apartment with a relative, but not with a friend.
Nicely done. Next.
We need a clause parallel to easy for young people to use. I'd say, computers are easy for young people to use, yet difficult for older adults.
Excellent. Next.
Italian here is a noun, so we need another noun to keep the structure parallel. I would say, the company needed to hire someone who could speak Italian and French.
Perfect. Now, both are nouns and the structure is parallel. Now, again, I'm gonna share with you some more sentences, and you should complete the sentences with your own words. You will have 30 seconds for each sentence.
Great! I'm ready.
The first sentence. Students, you can also try it. Pause the video, complete the sentences on your own, and post them in the comments to see which one gets the most likes. Don't forget, this time we are connecting two complete sentences, so make sure you use the correct punctuation. Have you completed the sentence, Tom?
Yes, I wrote. It can be very rewarding and full of learning opportunities. I used a complete sentence here because there is a comma before yet, which means yet is connecting two independent clauses. So after yet, we need a subject and a verb to make it a full sentence. That's why I started with it can to complete the second clause properly.
Good job. Now look at the next sentence.
They must also complete all the assignments on time. I used a complete sentence here because the comma before and shows that it's connecting two independent clauses. After and, we need a subject and a verb to make it a full sentence. That's why I started with they must.
Good. Now look at the next sentence.
They will have to repeat the semester. I used a complete sentence here because or connects two independent clauses showing a condition. After or, we need a subject and a verb to make it a full sentence, which is why I started with they will.
Perfect. And now the last exercise for this part.
I decided to spend a year abroad to practice them. I used a complete sentence because the comma before so indicates that the second part is an independent clause showing the result. That's why I started with I decided to make it a full sentence.
Excellent, Tom. That was a very good exercise.
Thanks, Allie. But before we finish, I have a question. I'm wondering, can I connect more than two sentences with fanboys?
Yes, of course. It is possible, but let's save this question for part 3 of our FANBOYS lesson. In the next part, we will talk about how to connect more than 2 sentences. This is the end of part 2. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss the next lesson. Practice with heart, believe in yourself, and never stop learning. And remember, success comes step by step. I'm here to guide you, and I'll see you in the next session.
Thank you, Ali. I can't wait for part 3 to get my answer.
Oh, and I already subscribed and clicked the bell.
IELTS Clinic. Simple lessons. Real results.
So if we learn how to write one paragraph, it will be easier to write the whole essay.
So it would be 7 plus 4 plus 4 equals 15. Then they divide it by 3. The introduction is like a map for your essay. So thus, therefore, as a result,